Previously on Tasting in the Void.
Hi, welcome to the whole tasting whiskey during a pandemic. I'm a woman on the internet still, but I also wanted to taste this sherry cask finished rye that I let my brother-in-law sample, which is why there's a little bit of it going, but I haven't bought it on Flaviar where I buy everything because it's kind of like going into a liquor store and talking to a person without having to talk to a person. Based on other things I liked, that came up as being something that I would like. My brother-in-law really liked it. This fire is burning my britches. Hey, Mr. Straight Rye Whiskey, sherry cask finished from Limestone Branch Distillery Company in Lebanon, Kentucky. I lived in Kentucky for a while. I don't just live places where they make whiskey on purpose, but you know, I'm not too upset about it. Whoa, that came out quickly. I've got to pour myself a proper dram though. I like that bottle. It's got this nice, it's pressed glass or blown into a mold. I don't know. There's not a. I'm also a glass person, and there's not a seam like it would be if it were pressed. So I'm wondering if they blow these into a mold. What does this say? Environmental warning. Don't be pregnant. That's a bad idea to drink while pregnant. A woman on the internet needs to drink a bit of water. This time I will not dribble it all over myself. Okay, it's really strange. I think because there's a camera on me, it's like I've forgotten how to consume liquid from a glass. I swear I know how to drink out of a cup, but you're all watching me, all -2 of you. Now my dog's not even watching me. She gets bored with this very easily. All right, so rye whiskey, straight rye whiskey, sherry cask finished. Sherry cask is kind of my jam, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, see, I can smell that immediately. It's like hitting me all over the head with it. I haven't, let's see, I didn't look at the legs on the last one, but I could already tell that it wasn't going to be my jam. And I feel bad because it's not bad. It's just not my thing. You know, I'm not going to yuck someone else's yum. It's probably excellent whiskey. But you know what? Not everybody loves everything. Those are some skinny little legs right there. Let's look at your color. The color that I see is golden to me. This golden color. I'm just making stuff up, I'm sorry. There's a lightness to it already. I know that I was singing a second ago, but this sings when it touches your tongue. I mean, it seems like there's like a little explosion of flavor and light. That was really nice. Let's try it with a little bit of water. Sorry, I do sing all the time. But, you know, you can't stop me. You're not here. So I'm wondering how many cliches I can get, like, with everything going on right now. You know, this is the new normal. And we all have to adapt because we're all in this together. And by together, I mean me and my 24 tiny bottles of whiskey and my 2 or 3 full-size bottles of whiskey that I'm drinking responsibly because it's not really fun if you just like take really nice whiskey and pound it. I mean, you can do that. I'm not, again, I'm not going to judge you. Just be healthy. Take care of yourself. This is like a poison, a really tasty poison. With water, it's even nicer. Now, I don't have the tasting notes for it in front of me, but I can say that it definitely has that kind of rye. Rye just has a different flavor than regular whiskey. You've got that mash. You've got like a little bit of a sour, like sour Skittles, Sour Patch Kids, that sort of thing. It's a nice flavor. That's me. I mean, that's what I think. I could be. Other people may say that's not there at all, but that's what I taste. I've got that hint of kind of a red. I don't know. It's a red. There's colors. Some things are golden. This is red. This is a red tasting beverage. I'm going to hold it here because I'm either going to think of some more things to say about it. Ooh, 45% ABV. Look, there's another fat. 100% American. Something. Oh, Heartland grains. I don't know where the Heartland is because it seems like some different people talk about the Heartland as being different places. So this is only a 2-year-old whiskey, which really surprised me. It was aged for 8 months in sherry casks, and on the flavor profile, it hits all the stuff I was talking about. That's sweet, caramel, spicy, and you get the sherry and the oak from the cask. So on here they've got raisin, cherry, fruit, and floral, and I think that all comes through in what I was tasting. And yeah, I taste it as red, but you know what? I grew up where red was a flavor. It was a flavor of Starburst. We didn't know what fruit flavors were, so that's probably why I tasted that way. It's easy to drink. Would never believe it was 2 years old. So that was me holding up the bottle ridiculously in such a way that I can go back and say the flavor tasting profile over it. Because it's been a long day of working. And mainly Zoom calls. I mean, that's the thing is I'm very lucky. I still have my job for now. I'm hoping that I continue to have a job, but there's a lot of unknowns out there in the world. And so, you know what? I'm going to save this one. I'm going to finish, because I don't waste whiskey. So I'm going to finish off the Alamo. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, let's be fair. Everyone in the Alamo died. I mean, Mexico won. Santa Ana just slaughtered everyone in there. So, remember the Alamo? I mean, then Texas gained its independence and then it joined America. History. It's fun and full of death. Because basically, if you're not alive now, but you were in history, then you're dead. It's just how it goes. But if you're watching this, unless there's something I don't understand about how human beings work, then you're alive. I mean, there's always a chance that spirits could watch this, or the undead, or some sort of other beings that don't really exist in the form of life and death as we know it. What a piece of work is man. But it's been a day that's worth 2 drams of whiskey. Got a garden going, my victory garden. I've got lots of tomato plants, more than any human needs. I sanitize my mailbox every time I go out to do it, and after I open my mail, I wash my hands. But it's mainly, I mean, obviously I don't want to get sick and I don't want to die, but I don't want to infect other people either. I just want to sit here in front of a fire in April. Why is it so cold in April? I don't know. Like, the gimmick still works because when it gets cold, I'm like, ooh, fire and whiskey. Fire and Whiskey, name of my band. But it's like, it should not be this cold still. Should it? Am I crazy? Shouldn't it be like not fire weather now? I'm almost out of firewood. And I thought like 2 months ago, ooh, I have all this firewood left, and it's, almost the end of February. That's almost the end of April, and I'm almost out of firewood. So that's sad. Also, I lost my AirPods during all the tornado stuff, and that was how I would prefer to record things like this. I have my old pair of wireless earphones that I love and are excellent, but the AirPods have pretty good sound quality, and they were secondhand, and so I can't afford to buy them new. I can only afford it when rich people give them to me. So if you're watching this and you're a rich person who wants to give me some AirPods, I'll try not to lose them. Oof. And my headphones revolted at that. They tried to get away. Well, I will remember the Alamo, but in the end, ooh, drinking water like a human that time. It's gonna be my old Kentucky home. The sun shines bright in the old Kentucky home. So, if you like some sweetness, some lightness, you go for a sherry cask, and some complex flavors too, I think. You will like the straight rye whiskey from these guys. Minor Case. I didn't even say that. Bottled by Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon. But it's actually the Minor Case is the name of it, but because it's so dark in here, I couldn't tell you that from the beginning. Oh, this whole show is a nightmare. At least I'm all in this with myself, and you're all in this with yourself, and possibly a significant other or a child or a dog or some sort of weird roommate who you probably were about to move out from or have them move out right before all this happened, and now you're stuck together and they don't do the washing up and you're not going to do their washing up. You can't really get to the sink anymore. So what are you supposed to do? But you know what? I am my own worst roommate and my own best roommate. That's how it goes. Maybe soon it'll be May and the existential dread will leach slowly into the soil like sands through the hourglass. I don't know, it don't make sense. You guys are awesome, all 5 of you. Sanjiva.